Yo, what is going on, everybody? So this video is a little bit different, and a lot of people have been asking me, how do Mexicans treat blacks out there in Mexico, or how do they feel about black Americans out there in Mexico? So I run into, an Afro-Mexicana, a much older lady that had maybe about 3 years in Norte Carolina, or North Carolina. So she has a little bit of experiences out there. So a lot of people like to question me or talk to me about, the differences between the culture about Mexico and the culture about me being American or whatnot. So we kind of got into a heated, not really a debate, but of course a clash because of the culture difference. So she asked me, man, how come your people are so fucking lazy and all they do is collect welfare checks? I didn't get offended, but the first thing I thought about is when she referred to me as your people, I asked her specifically, what do you mean by my people? Are you referring to Los Americanos or black Americans? I really wanted to pinpoint that. So she said, no, Moyos or Americanos Negros, black Americans. So I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And you have to take into consideration, we're both black, but the only thing that separates us is our cultures. So I asked her, okay, so why do you say this? What makes you think this way about black Americans? She said, well, all they do is sit around the house and wait for the checks to come inside the mail and not work. And I'm like, man, goddamn. I'm kind of pissed off at this point, not towards her, but yes, we have to take accountability for the majority. It's fucked up because we're all not like that, but I had to tell her, si usted tiene razón, si, pero no todos, pero demasiado, sí, son huevones y ellos siempre quieren usar la sistema de Estados Unidos. But that's not everybody. Everybody is not lazy like that. But again, yes, we have to hold ourselves accountable. And yes, I'm sorry to say, but I told her, hey, I agree with you. A lot of black Americans, we do abuse the system and we take advantage of government assistant programs like welfare. And she was just like, man, us Mexicanas, like I said, when people out here talk prideful, they're referring to their culture as of not skin complexion, but their nationality. She said, us Mexicanos, we love to fucking work. I'm like, hey, de acuerdo, sí, entiendo, ya, no te preocupes. But sí, usted tiene razón, sí, tan huevones allá en Estados Unidos, pero no todos. But my whole point is that people out here don't care about color like that. And they're throwing that shit at me because I'm American. So they offend me, but I hold myself accountable based on the people who look like me and that's living in the United States, that grew up out there. Because again, man, it's a domino effect, and I try to tell people like, look, man, we stand for each other when we're outside of the United States. People look at us as a whole. So if a few fuck up, people are gonna look at all of us like that we're about to fuck up, or we're in that category. We get put inside that box. So man, the stereotypes are real and it's fucked up. No matter, if you don't fit that stereotype, it don't matter, because a lot of people will look at you as that stereotype outside of the USA. So again, I told her, yes, black Americans, a lot of them they abuse the system, and yes, you have your reason why, they're fucking they're collecting these welfare checks. But again, I have to step in and kind of defend, my people, and tell like, well, look, you don't know the history behind it, and I always have to kind of step in and defend, black Americans, because that's how I get looked upon. So I told her like, look, nuestra cultura está muy diferente que ustedes, porque en Estados Unidos la historia son muy racistas, como los blancos siempre peleando con los negros, y we had to earn our rights. We didn't have the right to vote. Well, back then our ancestors didn't have the right to vote. So we didn't have las mismas derechas, que ustedes. We didn't have the same rights to either vote and a lot of other things like you guys out here. Like I told her straight up, like, look, man, in Mexico, you guys didn't go through not having the power to vote based on your skin color like us. So it is a lot of history, in the civil rights with American history. And I told her about that. Like, look, man, a lot of people don't understand what the hell our ancestors went through. So you got to pump your brakes on that. But her whole point was just like, man, us Mexicans or us Black Americans, shit, we need to take y'all jobs because, man, y'all just collecting welfare checks and y'all lazy. And this is based on her personal experiences in North Carolina. She didn't speak no English, but I understand what she meant in Spanish. But again, my whole point of this video is fucked up how we all get put in that box, but it is what it is. I don't argue with them in a negative way, and I do accept that. So I have to, like I tell you guys, I have to be on my P's and Q's out here. I have to be respectful because we all get looked at as a whole, not just as one individual person or whatnot. So, man, learn how to be on your best behavior, man. We have to change our fucking culture, man, because again, no matter where we travel, we all get looked upon the same. And yes, I know y'all guys are probably thinking, well, we're all different. Everyone is responsible for their own actions and everyone is unique in their own way. Yeah, that's if you know that person personally and directly. But if you just run into a random person based on their actions or whatnot, you go throw them in that box. Or in general, we all stereotype before we actually interact with people. So, man, that's just what I had to get off my chest from yesterday. But not everything was cool though. She's really cool people. She was just like, me encanta tu forma ser, y eres buena gente, buena persona, y blah blah blah. So I just thought, like, yeah, man, everybody's not like that. And yeah, man, you got your reasons, about us black Americans or whatnot. But again, she's a Black Mexican or Afro Mexicana, and that's just how she looked at us as a whole when she went through her 3 years of experiences in North Carolina. So yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Again, man, it's out here in Mexico, man. Color really isn't a big deal like it is in the States. It's more of a nationality type thing. So they unite each other and base each other off of the nationality. And it's funny because not even really with different states, they just look at each other as one whole nation versus us. I'm from California. I may have a friend from New York or from Miami and whatnot. So we still have this segregation and whatnot. But it is what it is, though. So let me know what you guys think. All right, Negrito Grande. Vale pues. Arre.